Hey guys, welcome back, or hello if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face using your favorite makeup products from the drugstore. I went ahead and asked you guys on my Instagram, which I will leave right here for you. But I went ahead and asked you guys the other day what your favorite makeup products were from the drugstore, and I got a bunch back. So to go ahead and pick up some things that I did not have, that I haven't tried yet, and then some of my favorites actually are some of your favorites. So if you guys are not subscribed to my channel already, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's go ahead and get on into your favorites to create a full look. All right, so starting off for brows, one of the top ones were brow pencils and brow gels. So first one being the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I have used this before and I actually really love it. I did run out, so I went ahead and picked this up at Ulta. The e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is a brow gel. I love this one as well. I have used both of these before, but you guys seem to like them too, so we're gonna go ahead and use them. So I'm gonna start off with the pencil, and this is just in the shade Espresso. Start by spooling the brows up. I've used this in the past and I really do like it. It's super pigmented for drugstore. Like honestly, I think this was like $4, something like that. Now I don't go heavy handed when I fill in the brows initially, like with the pencil. I just like to kind of outline where the brow is and kind of give a little bit of an underline right here. So I'll clean up the rest and carve it out a little bit with a concealer, and then I'll just use the brow gel to give more of like a fluffiness and volume to the brow. And you guys know I do my brows off camera, so I feel like I don't even share too many brow products with you guys, which I should start doing that more often. I know, I just feel like brows take like longer and get really repetitive since I'm doing the same exact steps all the time to them. Unless things change is when I hop on and show you guys, but yeah, I feel like I don't really show it too often. So it was actually really interesting going through all of the responses because I feel like we have a lot of similar favorites, and I'm gonna be using those in this video as well. There's a lot of them that are new for me that I haven't tried, which I'm excited, but there are some of them that I love and you will see. So it was cool to see that. So now I'm just going in with the Wow Brow from e.l.f. I'm gonna do it how I would normally, just kind of brush them up and just set it in place like so. This also has fibers in here, so it's also gonna really help like volumize and keep the brow like fluffy, but super natural. I love that. Next up, I'm gonna prime the face for foundation. So I did get both of these a lot, and they're both from e.l.f. This one is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer, which I love. And then this one is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty, which I also love. So I did already own both of them, and you guys have seen me use this multiple times, but you guys like it, so we're gonna use it. So I'm gonna start off with the Jelly Pop Primer, and I'm gonna apply this to everywhere on my skin. It is just a jelly kind of consistency, just like in the name, which I love. It reminds me a lot of the Milk Makeup one. I'm just gonna apply this all over my skin, and I just love that tacky feel that it gives. So super inexpensive, and I believe they still do sell it on their website. When I tell you it does the same exact thing as the Milk Makeup one, like it does. And this one smells amazing. It smells like fruit, watermelons, love it. So keeping that on the entire face, it does get tacky. As you can see, that little pull, love it. I'm gonna fill in the pores slightly with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty because you guys say you like that one as well, and I do too. But I'm just gonna keep it into the middle of the face where I have enlarged pores, just to kind of cover those up. So this one I decided to ask you guys to send me your favorite drugstore products, but let me know if you guys wanna see more of like higher end products or just a mixture of both. I would love to continue doing videos like this where you guys choose things and I go ahead and do it, but I would love to stay engaged with you guys and you guys like be really involved in the videos. I think that's really cool, and I would love to like keep testing out your favorites. For foundation, I got a lot of Maybelline, and the top one would be the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. I have used this foundation before and I absolutely love it. I had to declutter a bunch of my makeup that was just getting old and crusty and gross, so I did have to go ahead and toss that one. It was pretty old, so I did go ahead and pick this one up. So I'm not sure if the shade is gonna match because it's more for my self-tan shade, but we're going to make it work. So I did get shade 220, and I'm just gonna use it on an e.l.f. sponge to the skin. I love the coverage on this one. I can see why this is some of your favorites because A, it's from the drugstore. It's like, how much was it? Like maybe $12, but it is so like full coverage and feels like a higher end foundation. I love it. And I personally love Maybelline's products, obviously, but I love their foundations as well. Their complexion products are really nice. It is a little bit too deep for me in tone, but with concealer, it should even itself out. My self-tan shade is fading right now, so this would be perfect when I have a fresh tan, I feel, but make it work. So for concealer, I was getting Juvia's Place. Now, I've never tried this concealer. I know that sounds so crazy. So I went ahead to Ulta and picked it up. This is called the I Am Magic Concealer, and I got the shade 18. So I'm hoping this matches me. You can't try any testers in store right now with everything going on in the world. So I just kind of went and eyeballed it. So hopefully it matches, but packaging really cute. And I did hear a lot of good things on this concealer. I heard it's really full coverage. I'm just gonna apply where I always apply. If it is too dark for me and not my shade, I also got the response of LA Girl Pro Conceal, which is actually one of my favorites. So I will go ahead and use that if I have to, but this one may work. It kind of looks like my e.l.f. one, so we may be good. I actually don't like a bright under eye for me personally, so this one may work, but I might go in with a touch of the LA Girl one. I'm just gonna take a touch of this one down my nose. This is in Creamy Beige. This concealer is full coverage, seems really nice, and actually the tone is pretty much spot on to what I would normally pick, which is nice. I like that a lot. Why have I never tried that before? I don't know. I'm actually happy that the shade is working out for me because I was getting nervous it was gonna be a little bit too deep. So we'll see what it looks like once it's set. All right, so the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in specifically light pink was one that I was getting responses of. So I've been actually really wanting to try the light pink one. I don't remember if I actually tried it on camera before. It may have been in a testing new makeup, but I'm not too sure. But it basically is this light pink setting powder, and I don't ever really use that color to set my under eyes or set anywhere on my face. But I heard it is super similar to the Kylie Cosmetics one. Start right here. You guys know I don't love to bake at all, really. I never do that. So I'm just going to apply a light, even layer. Just kind of like melting in and looking so like radiant and like pretty. Like a pretty tone. It's nothing crazy. Like I don't see pink, you know? So I'm just gonna dust that away lightly. So like I said before, I was getting responses of the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Now I love to use the original concealer under my eyes and, you know, just to conceal in general. But I do like to use the deeper version in the shade Toast to go ahead and do a contour and like a cream contour. I absolutely love this, been using it for years. And just apply a little bit down my nose, do a little contour there. And I should have done this before the powder. So I'm just gonna add a little bit over here because I did forget. I'm just gonna blend that out. I love the shade specifically for this because it kind of blends and melts right into the skin. Like it's not too strong. It doesn't come across like orangey or anything. Like I think it's the perfect kind of tone to chisel out the cheekbone. Kind of just looks like sun-kissed, yet you can also contour because it's not orangey, you know? It still gives like a pretty shadow. So I love it. I believe those are like $4, so you can't beat it. And been using them for forever. Getting a ton of Milani, so Milani for like blush, bronzer. So I went ahead and picked up this bronzer in the Silky Matte in the shade Sunkissed 02. And I've never tried their bronzer, which is kind of shocking and surprising, I know. I don't know why I haven't. Apply a little bit, and I hope that this is a good shade. Oh, that's pretty deep actually. It looks really deceiving. So that's not blended, obviously I still have to blend, but that looks really deep compared to like the actual compact. So I probably could have even gotten away with the 01 shade, which is their first shade. Wow. Switched over brushes, but that's really pretty. Really like soft kind of bronzing shade. There's no shimmer or anything. Like it says, it's just a matte shade. You know, this actually reminds me of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which is one of my holy grails. Like that's my absolute favorite matte bronzer. This is actually a dupe for that, I feel. It's pretty identical. So for blush, I was getting a ton of Milani. I went ahead and picked up the Rose Dioro, I believe, 02 Baked Blush. It looks like so, oh my God. That looks so, so pretty. So it does have a little bit of shimmer to it, which I'm totally fine with. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that right here. Ooh, okay. I love that. Pretty. So for eyes, I wasn't getting too many eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow, so I went ahead and chose the one that stuck out to me, which was the Physicians Formula. The one that I saw did say it was like a sparkle palette, but I couldn't seem to find that in any of the stores I was at. So I went ahead and picked up what I thought would be comparable to that. So we have this guy right here, super pretty. There's definitely shimmers in there. And I believe that they're gonna feel like the butter highlighter, which I'm excited about. So, ooh, that shimmer is gorgeous. I'm just gonna take this shade right here, like taupey color. I'm gonna run that into my crease. Ooh! Why have I never tried Physicians Formula's eyeshadows before? Somebody tell me. Oh my God, no. You guys don't understand. This is so pigmented and blending crazy good. Wow. I keep running that into my crease in the outer corner and just all in here. Light wash. Underneath. I'm gonna take this deeper shade and put that towards the outer corner. Oh my gosh, this is so pigmented. And it's like so effortless to like blend it. It doesn't take like 7 brushes, I feel. Take this green shade right here. I know this is not the identical palette that you were talking about, but I can just kind of get the gist of what you're talking about with the shimmers in here. If it's in that palette, I mean, yeah, these seem amazing. So I'm gonna pop that right here. And tap and stamp there. I'm gonna take this gold shade and put that towards the inner section. And I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is beautiful for like an inner corner pop. So a highlighter you guys recommended was the Master Chrome from Maybelline, and this so happens to be my favorite as well. So I'm excited to use this. It's in the shade Molten Gold. And I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to the cheeks, the nose, Cupid's bow, and a little on the brow bone. Stunning. It's been my favorite for years. Always go back to it, and it's just so buttery. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do some lashes off camera, but I went ahead and chose these for myself since I did not get these actually in a request at all, which is totally okay, but I'm gonna just use these Salon Perfect 614s. You can find these at Walmart, so inexpensive. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on and I'll be right back. All right, so for mascara, I was getting the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I'm obsessed with this mascara as well. Apply that to my lashes, just meshing the false with mine. I kind of like to blink on it because I don't want to get too much onto the false lash. I just like to get onto the root. And I will apply a little bit to the lower as well. I'm gonna have to clean that up in a second, but I'm gonna let that dry first. I was getting a lot of the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. I've never tried this before. I don't know how, and I know my girl Jasmine likes to use the clear one, I believe it is. So I'm gonna see if I like this. I'm excited. I'm glad that you guys did recommend this. I'm just gonna go in with my trusty nude beige from NYX really quick. And I'm just gonna go right over top of that lip liner with this gloss right here. For the price of this, for like $3, you can't beat that kind of gloss. That's a high shine. It also smells really good. That's so pretty, honestly. All right, and once I've done that, that completes this makeup look using all of your favorites from the drugstore. Thank you guys so much for the responses and for being involved in this type of video. It was super fun, like going to shop for the products that I didn't already have. Be sure to go follow my Instagram so you guys can stay updated, and if I do another video like this, you guys can get involved. I'm gonna have all these products listed below for you guys in the description, like always, and I believe that is all for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next one.